J-Dub is back at it, here to give everyone another Dexter Season 2 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 2, Episode 6. The title of this episode is called Dex, Lies, and Videotape. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So Dexter listens to more of the recordings of Harry and his mom, Laura Moser, from 1973. Dexter goes to Lila's to vent about what he heard on those tapes of Laura Moser and Harry, and due to the fact that they were in a intimate relationship. Lila says if you're coming over this late, you could have at least brought coffee. And then Lila says Harry led Dexter down the wrong path. Dexter went to Lila for more answers, but all he has now is more questions. Dokes asked Deb if Dexter fell off the wagon because he was looking kind of annoyed. He tells her, your brother is a junkie, isn't he? And then Deb's surprise goes, Dexter? Dokes must be as high as Dexter, or must be high as Dexter has never smoked a cigarette in his lifetime. Oh boy. And then Masuka asks Lundy about a rumor that he's tracking their internet activity because he can explain that she-mail stuff. Why would Masuka look up she-mail stuff? That kind of surprises me. There needs to be more of an explanation for that. In my opinion, at least. And then Lundy wants Dexter to join in on a crime scene. He wants Masuka to concentrate on lab work. Someone says that they were captured by the Bay Harbor Butcher but escaped. And then Lundy and Dexter talk about the crime scene. Dexter doesn't think it's the Bay Harbor Butcher, as the conditions don't support his MO, and the crime scene is very, very sloppy and dirty. And then Lundy knows the Bay Harbor Butcher uses plastic wrap due to the compression patterns on the skin of victims. Lundy tells Dexter about the cameras at Coral Cove. Gail says Lila should soon join them for dinner. And Rita says she kind of likes Lila after the dinner engagement. Deb and Gabriel go out for food and drinks. Deb thinks Lundy thinks Dexter is the superior Morgan like everybody else does. And then Dexter goes to the station to delete the surveillance footage, but the doors are double locked, and Dexter, that's not his expertise going in there. So Dexter brings Rita over to his place to get it on with Rita while he, ponders his next move as I turn my page of all my notes that I take for the episodes. Yeah, it's a lot of them. 4 pages almost. Well, this one actually 3. The last one 4, and the one before that. Lila calls while Dexter and Rita are about to get busy. They're kind of getting busy, but not quite yet. And she says Rita's very Martha Stewart-ish on the answer machine. She mentions slipping up about Dexter's mom's death, but it could be worse. She could have spilled the beans about their road trip, which Rita, of course, hears all of it. And, of course, Rita gets really mad that they stayed in a hotel. She says he's Dexter, worse than Paul because he made her trust him. Dexter tries to explain to Rita, but Rita leaves and doesn't give him a chance to do so. And then Rita goes home and cries to Mommy. Wah, poor Rita. Yeah, I don't really like Rita as a character. Every once in a while, Rita does something good, but normally she annoys me. And Deb asks Dexter, are you okay? You seem weirder than normal. Deb calls Rita perfect. Disagree 100%. Lila is much better for Dexter, even though she's kind of crazy and a loose cannon. And then Lundy calls Deb and tells Deb to tell Dexter to meet be at the station. And Lundy compares the Bay Harbor Butcher to Batman as a vigilante. Batista has a leak. They think they have found the sloppy copycat Bay Harbor Butcher. Dokes is in Dexter's lab when he gets there listening to the recordings of Harry and Laura Moser from 1973. Dexter says, "Back the fuck off." And then Dexter storms into LaGuerta's office and wants to file a complaint on Dokes. LaGuerta says hold off until she has a chance to talk to James or talk to Dokes. And then Dexter, she actually tells him to take a break and leave the station for a while. So Dexter goes to Lila's, and then Dexter just starts randomly, like he gets really intimate with Lila, and they end up having sex, pretty passionate sex. And then Dexter asks which step was that. Funny moment in the episode. Lila says that was the naughty one as they're laying there. Rita calls and says she doesn't like the way their last conversation ended and wants to talk to Dexter after he's done with work. LaGuerta tells Dokes he's obsessed and he has to leave Dexter alone. Lundy and Batista talk to the vigilante at the station. Lundy asks a few questions about his animal crackers while Batista is talking to this guy, Olsen. I don't know why he did that, if he was trying to throw this guy off or what, but it was just weird. And then Dexter pulls the fire alarm at the station in hopes of getting to the surveillance footage. And then everybody, including Soderquist, leave. And Dexter is able to remove the footage of him cleaning his boat. Whew. That was a messy situation avoided. And then we got page 3 here, which doesn't have as much stuff on it. And then Dexter goes to the vigilante Olsen's place to look for evidence to make sure Lundy catches him. And then Dexter puts Olsen in a chokehold. And Olsen says, don't kill him. And Dexter decides to actually kill Olsen as he's killed some innocent people. And tells him what the kill room should look like, or what the kill room looks like. Dexter tells Olsen he doesn't know who he is anymore, and Dexter kills Olsen. Didn't think he was going to, but he did. And then Lundy says they're not going to pull the case to Deb because the vigilante, or I should say they're, I don't know what I wrote here actually. Lundy says he can't stand Masuka. Oh, he's talking to the feds on the phone, and Deb's like, are you going to pull the case when they see the Olsen crime scene? He's like, no, because this was a murder done by the Bay Harbor Butcher, not a vigilante. And then he tells Deb that the reason why he wants to see Dexter all the time now is he can't stand Masuka with all his titty jokes. And that's why he continues to use Dexter for random things. And Deb hugs Lundy, and obviously Lundy was super annoyed with all the stupid jokes that Masuka has. And then Dexter goes to Rita. He tells Rita sorry for the road trip. He tells Rita things about his mother's death. He says Lila came for support. That's it, because she's his sponsor. And Dexter says he didn't do anything, at least not that night. And Rita, get out of here, leave, gets furious. And Dexter leaves. And then Dexter, of course, goes to Lila as the episode ends. And I presume they get it on again as usual. So, interesting episode. I'm going to score the episode an 8.7 out of 10. I think parts of it were a little draggy. The bad for this episode, Olsen, who was sort of bad. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. But he wasn't that interesting in my opinion. And then as far as the character of the episode, you could have went a couple different ways. You could have gave it to Lundy. You could have gave it to Lila again. You could have gave it to Deb. I'm going to choose Deb for this particular episode just because I liked what Deb did. I liked the fact that she was getting mad with Lundy wanting the superior Morgan when it turned out he would just want to get rid of Masuka. And one of these days, Masuka will be the character of the episode. I know it'll happen. I don't know when, but it will. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, or if you just like this content that's on JDev TV, and if you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you smash that like button. It doesn't take any time at all. Hit the like button. Come on, it helps. And then, of course, if you want to share this video with any of your social media platforms or somebody that you know that likes the television series Dexter, please do so. But I'm not asking you to do it, but it would be helpful if you did. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this particular episode of Dexter. Who would you make the character of the episode? Who would be, or what would be your score of Olsen for this episode? Not that he's a really big bag, but it's somebody that Dexter killed in the episode. And what would be your score and favorite moment of the episode? And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. That's the most important thing. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support to be a part of something special, and JDev will return. Unless Dexter puts me on his table.